Hey, my name is Joezer, and this is my video for art110, and this is my this is for project number 3, the reading on Ivan Franco. I like the reading; it was kind of fun, kind of weird, but fun. In the book, Luther Blissett was a multiple name of person or a name that could be used by anybody, and it, the name was used by musicians, writers, artists, activists, and other people. And this name was also used by Franco and Eva, and Franco and Eva had called up Luther for to give them a credible bibliography. And with Luther Blissett, they made fake artist, and the name of their fake artist was Darko Maver. And Darko Maver came about after Ivan Franco discovered a website called art110, and art110 had pretty much really graphic and gruesome pictures on it, and Ivan Franco decided to use it to make mannequins, and they made mannequins from pictures on art110, and they used those mannequins by they poured acid on mannequins to make them look really horrific, and they used the pictures of those mannequins to make the stories of Yugoslavia war more interesting and more horrific, and they just wanted people to believe in their stories created through Darko Maver. And while I was reading this book, questions like what could art be, and can artwork be given away for free? Should art be stopped from being shared? And who can be artists? Questions like those are in my mind. And then when I was seeing Ivan Franco, and Ivan Franco used to go to museums and steal bits and pieces of famous works of art from museums. They saw little fragments of art, and sometimes they used to even steal recognizable pieces. And they always recorded their stealing. They always they thought that art should be free and should be shared with everybody. And I think they always stole art because they thought that art shouldn't always be in museums or houses of rich people, but it should be for everybody, and everybody should be allowed to use it and keep it, and it shouldn't be private. It should be public for everybody. And to show how gullible people are, they made fake movies and newspapers, and they proved to everybody how influential media is in the lives of people today. Everybody believes in media, and everything they see on media is pretty much true. That's what people believe, but they proved them wrong. And net.art was one of the things I read about in the book. And net.art was pretty much a website created by a bunch of artists from Central and Eastern Europe, and it pretty much is used by artists and fake identities to make linguistic codes and make steal stuff, and pretty much it's a website used by hackers and artists who do kind of illegal stuff, and then they gain big vast audience through it. Through website, they bypass all the normal art stuff like galleries and museums and magazines. They use website for internet people and the internet as their audience. And Eva and Franco did their life sharing project, which is very similar to nowadays social projects, social networks like Twitter, Facebook, and other stuff like this. Going on Facebook or Twitter, you can pretty much tell everything about a person, what they like, what are their interests, and pretty much everything about a person you can pretty much know about it just by going on their network account. Pretty much entire lives of people are on their social networks nowadays, everything about a person. And so social networks are very similar to what Ivan Franco did in the life sharing project. And the avatar portraits were sort of interesting. The avatar portraits that were made by Ivan Franco. Nowadays, particularly when everything's on the internet, people even talk to people on the internet, chat with people, chat with random people. And now you can make false identities of yourself very easily on the internet. It's kind of what Franco and Eva did all the time. Like, until then, like, all the work of art and stuff was in history books or in museums. So Eva and Franco like went on Second Life and made like their own gallery and their own art. They pretty much fulfill their fantasies. Everybody pretty much fulfills their fantasies online, so they fulfill their fantasies to have their own art gallery and their own art like in front of everybody, to show everybody. Eva and Franco's Nike ground project purpose was to like show that corporations have too much power these days. Like, everything runs on money, and pretty much corporations have a lot of money. So the CSULB's library was probably given money to allow Starbucks to have its shop in the library. CSU library is like the only library I've seen that has like commercial store in it, and that allows you like eat and drink in the library. It's like the only library I've seen. CSU library could change its name to Starbucks library, but probably not a good idea because they might just get sued for it. But it does already look like Starbucks library in any case. Thank you for listening to my video, and later.